Okay, so today let's talk about money. 9 benefit checks come in and one that is not in 2025 in Canada. So as the holiday season continues and financial pressures are mounting on everybody, many residents are finding themselves in a financial strain. In response, the Canada government has announced additional support for eligible Canadians beginning next week, including 2 newly introduced benefit payments, one of which was recently cancelled. And here are all the payments set to roll out in 2025. And I would do well to leave the dates that this payment will be coming out on the screen, so that if you are eligible for any one of them, you will look out for them, and hopefully they will land in your account and help cushion all the financial strains that you are going through. First one is the Canadian Pension Plan and Old Age Security. The Canadian Retirement Benefit System includes the Old Age Security Pension, Guaranteed Income Supplement, allowance and allowance for the survivor, along with the Canadian Pension Plan. For the Canadian Pension Plan, only residents who are over the age of 65 are eligible for a maximum monthly payment of $1,306.65 on a monthly basis. And with the OAS pension, individuals aged between 65 to 74 with annual income below $148,451 can receive up to $707.68 on a monthly basis. Those 75 and over with an income below $154,196 may receive up to $880.44 on a monthly basis. So if you are somebody who falls into any of these categories, this is something that you might be eligible for, so you can look out for in the coming year. And with this particular one, eligible individuals are supposed to note that the OAS pension is reviewed on a quarterly basis in January, April, July, and October to reflect the increases in the cost of living based on the consumer price index. Importantly, these payments will not decrease if the cost of living goes down. So even if the cost of living goes down, you are rest assured that these payments are not going to go up. But if it happens that cost of living goes up, it's possible these can end up going up. The Canadian Pension Plan and Old Age Security payments are sent out on a monthly basis. And here are the payment dates for 2025. I'll make sure to leave them on the screen. The second one that we'll look at is the child tax credits. The Canada Revenue Agency, that's the CRA, oversees the tax-free monthly child tax credit benefits designed for eligible families supporting children under the age of 18 years. The CCB may incorporate the child disability benefits along with relevant provincial and territorial programs. So if you have a child under the age of 18 years, you might be eligible for this particular benefit. So you can look out for it and possibly see how you can make sure that you are receiving it. Dates for these child tax credits are as following. The Ontario Child Benefit offers up to $1,607 annually per child, depending on an individual's family net income and the number of children under the age of 18 in your care. So depending on the number of children that you have in your care under the age of 18, that can affect how much money you will end up getting. Three that we'll look at is the Ontario Trillium benefits. The Ontario Trillium benefits disbursed on a monthly basis includes the Ontario Energy and Property Tax Credits, the Northern Ontario Energy Credits, and the Ontario Sales Tax Credits. The payment date for for the Ontario Trillium benefit will be January 10th, February 10th, March 10th, April 10th, May 9th, June 10th, July 10th, August 8th, September 10th, October 10th, and November 10th, and December 10th. So basically, it's going to be on the 10th of every month, except on May, when it will be on the 9th. Number 4 that we'll look at is the Canada carbon rate. The Canada carbon rate, previously called the Climate Action Incentive Payment, is a federal initiative designed to help Canadians manage the financial impact of carbon pricing. The program is made to return funds to residents in provinces where the federal carbon tax applies, including Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. So if you happen to be living in any of these provinces, this is something that you can look out for in the coming year. I've realized in the past that most households receive more back than they pay in carbon taxes, with additional top-ups available for those living in rural areas. So if you happen to live in a rural area, you are always going to get extra than somebody who is living in an urban area, even though you might be in the same province. And for that one, the planned date for these payments in the coming year will be on January 15th, April 15th, July 15th, and October 15th. So if you live in any of these provinces, you can check your account during these dates to see whether these things have been paid out. The annual payment for a family of 4 in Ontario could be up to about $976. Number 5 will be the GST HST refund. For the coming year, the quarterly payment dates for the GST and the HST refunds will be on January 3rd, April 4th, July 4th, and October 3rd. So basically, for people who are living in provinces where they are paying GST and HST and they are eligible to get these refunds, those payments will come up during these dates. Typically, for individuals who are single, they may end up receiving annually about $496, and for those who are married or have common law partners, they might be eligible to receive up to $650. Also, parents with a child under the age of 19 could get up to $171 per child. So if you are eligible for these particular benefits in the coming year, you can look out for the amounts in your bank accounts. Then we have the Veteran Disability Pension. The Veteran Disability Pension is a tax-free monthly payment that supports veterans and service members with service-related injuries or illnesses. The payment dates will be as on these dates: January 30th, February 28th, March 27th, April 29th, May 30th, June 27th, July 30th, and August 29th. Then September 26th, October 30th, November 28th, and December 23rd. With this particular one, eligibility includes Canadian Armed Forces members, RCMP members, and Second World War or Korean War veterans, including some who served in the Second World War. So if you are somebody who falls into any of these categories, you might be eligible for this particular benefits. And recipients can choose either pain and suffering compensation, a lifetime monthly or lump sum payment, or a disability pension with added support for dependents. The next one that we have is the Advanced Canada Workers Benefit. The Canada Workers Benefit, that's the ACWP, is a refundable tax credit to help low-income individuals and families who are working. The benefit consists of a basic amount and a disability supplement. These are the payment dates if you are eligible. It will be on January 10th, July 11th, and October 10th. And as per the CRA website, the maximum basic amount for the benefit is $1,428 for single individuals and $2,461 for families. Single individuals with an adjusted net income exceeding $33,015 are not eligible for the basic amount, whilst for families the adjusted net income is $43,212. So if you are somebody whose basic income basically exceeds any of these amounts, or your family income exceeds any of these amounts, you might not be eligible for the basic amount. However, the disability supplement offers a maximum of $737 for single individuals and families. Ineligibility applies to individuals if their net income exceeds $37,932, and for families it is a household income between $48,124 and $53,037 depending on your spouse eligibility. Next one is the tax assistance for residents. Low income seniors, that's people above the ages of 65 years, or individuals with disabilities who have owned and lived in their homes for at least a year, can apply for an annual property tax rebate if they meet the specific criteria. To be eligible, every property owner must receive benefits under the Guaranteed Income Supplement, that's the GIS program, or the Ontario Disability Support Program, that's the ODSP. Alternatively, the spouse of an owner receiving the GIS or the ODSP benefits also qualifies. Some instances include if a married couple owns the property, either one must receive GIS or ODSP. Also, if a married couple along with a sibling owns the property, the sibling and either spouse must receive the GIS or the ODSP. And lastly, if two siblings owns the property, both must receive the GIS or the ODSP. Qualifying for the tax rebate automatically makes you eligible for a stormwater charge subsidy. So it's something that you need to also look out for. Single family homes receive subsidies on their region of pure water bill, while condominiums receive a mailed check from the city of Mississauga. Applications must be submitted by the 31st of the current tax year, but submission is possible at any point in the year if all required documentation is available. The next one that we'll look at, which is new and recently introduced, is the Taxpayer Rebate. Most Ontarians are set to receive the tax-free $200 rebate. To be eligible, a person must be 18 years or older at the end of 2023, a resident of the province on December 31st, 2023, and has filed their tax return by the end of 2024. They also must not be incarcerated or bankrupt in 2024. So if you happen to find yourself going bankrupt in 2024 or in a prison, you might not be eligible to receive this particular $200 tax rebate. This particular one, there are no mention of income levels in the announcements. And also, in addition, those who qualify for a Canada Child Benefits, that's the CCB payment in 2024, will get an additional $200 for each child under the age of 18. So which means, in addition to what you'll be getting for every child under your care under the age of 18, you get an additional $200. The extra payment will be made to the individual or individuals who get the CCB payment for the child, who must live in Ontario. So it's the person who is receiving the CCB payment currently who is going to get those extra payments, and the checks will be sent out early 2025. So it's something that you have to look out for, though an exact payment date has not been announced yet. So also you can keep an eye out to see when the date is announced so that you can expect it. However, another one that was recently cancelled is the Working Canadians rebates. The $250 Working Canadian rebate was anticipated to provide the much needed relief to employed residents, and it was set to be sent out in April 2025. The rebate was initially proposed by the Liberals to assist working Canadians earning up to $150,000 in 2023, and was cancelled due to lack of support from opposition parties. Both the Conservative Party and the Bloc Québécois opposed the policy, making it unfeasible for the government to move forward with this particular plan. So this particular rebate is not something that's going to happen because it didn't get the needed approvals. And in addition, the Canadian government recently announced a GST break that will run from December 14th to February 15th. So this is something that you can try your possible best to take advantage of. And this tax relief will apply to items such as children's clothing and footwear, toys, diapers, restaurant meal, and alcoholic beverages like beer and wine. So during this festive season, if you are going to buy any of these things, you can expect that there is not going to be any GST on those payments. So you can try as much as possible to make the most of it during that period. These are a few benefit checks that will be coming up in the coming year that I felt I should share with you, so that if you are somebody who is eligible for any one of them, you can at least make sure that you see them accordingly. If you got value out of this video, kindly hit the like button, and also make sure to share this video with family and friends who might find value out of it, and let me know in the comment section the things that you like to see or hear from me. Until the next video, cheers.